Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to scrap out a Weber grill. This is another common item we get a lot of, and you'd be surprised some of the stuff that we get off of it. Normally we would get a little bit of brass, some irony, aluminum, and also some cast aluminum. So most of the times these are tin. The shells are tin. Even the sides are tin. Sometimes when they have a side burner, you can get a piece of steel or a piece of brass out of that. And from the igniters, you could usually get some wire. So let's dissect this thing and see where it goes. Usually there's a cotter pin on each side, and these pop right off. You need to pop the cast aluminum right off, or at least the top. And what you'll find is there's going to be a few nuts in here. I think they're usually between 10 and 12 millimeter socket. We can pop the sides off and get better scrap value for that. Now this will be cut off, and I'll just slice it right here. And you could take these off and pop the brass off if you want to micro scrap. But normally, if these are just aluminum, what I'll do is I'll slice it right here, throw it in the irony aluminum pile, get a little bit better scrap value for it. These are normally stainless, so if you cut it here and cut it here, you could put this in your clean stainless, and you could take these two brass bolts off and throw them in your brass pile. Also, it's worth noting to use a magnet and check these, because sometimes they could be brass and sometimes they could be stainless as well. This time they're just tin, so we're going to throw these in the tin. So there you have it. That's a Weber grill fully disassembled. And what you could generally figure that you're going to get out of these things is some cast aluminum. Nice big cast aluminum pieces you can throw in your cast aluminum pile. You also have little tidbits of brass in there. And what we're going to do with these is cut these and slice it with a grinder on both sides. And we're going to back out that piece of brass out of this piece of aluminum. You could also throw this in your aluminum pile after you cut the tin off of it. You're going to have another piece, which I like to lop this off and just send the rest into irony aluminum, because these are nice aluminum pieces. Some people will micro scrap these brass pieces out. Most of the times it's just not worth it, because they're just too small. But you also have these bolts that will back off. We'll cut these. We'll throw that in the brass pile as well. You're going to have some wire that goes to each igniter. Each barbecue is different. Sometimes you'll get a whole bunch of wires like this, depending on how many jets are in there. And you're also going to benefit from breaking the thing down, because now this has a smaller footprint in your trailer. And instead of putting like maybe 10 of these in your trailer and filling the whole thing up, you could put probably 40 or 50 of them in your trailer and still have room for more, just because they were broken down. So I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you liked it, follow my page on Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Have a good one.